all my life I never seen someone goofier than the guy who says games don't make him feel shit.
I said GG 5 times, and now I'm banned from playing this stupid game for 72 hours. Come on, get.
But at the same time, the only two games he plays are GTA Online and Cyberpunk 2077 hack-free money mobile game APK.
As you can see, young Skywalker, I have depicted you as the Soy Jack, and myself as the Chad. You and your rebel friends have already lost.
There have been numerous times that people in my life have casually asked me, hey, what's the saddest moment in a video game in your opinion? This DM included.
What you know about?
Now what they expect is a one sentence long answer to which they will probably reply with this image right here. But what they actually get is me replying with, I'm glad you asked, and sending a voice message longer than an average Mr. Dalek JD video covering a 2-minute topic. I think an effective part of what makes any story stick with you for years is if there's something in the text or even subtext that upon experiencing, your facial reaction isn't that much different from this expression right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Now there are two paths that a based gamer can take. One is playing games to kill time and have some casual fun. Or two, God forbid, playing games as the ultimate art form to which nothing dare comes close. And when these two roads intersect,
that's when you get shit like,
is this like playable?
now in all honesty, I'm 100% down bad with the second road, but bro, that shit consumes time like a dragster consuming fuel. So, according to my calculations, if I ever learned anything in history class, it's this. Playing games as an art form consumes 11.2 gallons of time per second, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely adore the feeling of casually going about my day and then suddenly remembering a moment from a game or a movie and just giving the 1,000-yard stare because it was that fucking good. Now, when talking about COD Zombies, you know, it's not even in my top 5 most emotional games that will make your PP tear up a bit for free.
What is that?
It's art.
But there are plenty of moments in the games that stick with me to this day and end up in the frontal cortex of my neo-cerebral dickhead of a brain when I'm in bed trying to sleep. One that sticks out, apart from the cutscene Sir JC Backfire questioned for its playability, is the piece where we essentially tell Dr. Gersh that we can help him, but instead,
we just kill him, ladies and gentlemen.
the scientist Gersh never did anything wrong. He wasn't like Maxis or the infamous Nazi scientist Dr. Richtofen, who just happens to be a psychopath, you know?
You give him fire, we'll say the N-word. Do not speak so lightly of the M-word. Easy tag, I didn't mean the real thing. Gentlemen, we are here. You're late. You'll be needing this. The N-word pass, I've already read it. Read it again. What is the meaning of this? This isn't the N-word. The pages have changed. Our blood. My blood. You cannot expect me to let this happen.
Nah, he was a normalized dude, and my guy got stuck in the Casimir mechanism in a manner similar to how my stepsister happened to be stuck in the washing machine, believe it or not. Once he was finally free of that and was content being a soul-like wisp, Premise does a bit of trolling, you know, they partake in a little bit of tomfoolery, engage in a mere act of jest. Once we force him to willfully agree on helping us with his consent, he does so thinking he will be free. But ladies and gentlemen, check the title of the video. I already know there ain't gonna be no happy ending to this bit. We lead him to Sophia and the Dragon Command Center, and Dollar Store GLaDOS proceeds to extract information from him, which I am absolutely sure is ghetto slang for torture and decimating his consciousness up in the SpaceX NASA hood.
Beginning information extraction.
Wait, what is happening? What are you doing? You said you would help me.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm not a sadist, so this scene did actually end up striking a chord in me, so to speak. One thing I always appreciate in any story is subtlety. You don't really have to shove your cryptic hints and cues all up in my face to absolutely make sure that I 100% catch it. A small thing that I can think of off the top of my head is how on DLC 4 Revelations, Craig Houston essentially told us to take it slow and to stop and smell the roses, with the depth of the mini Easter eggs. Lo and fucking behold, look towards the outside area of spawn and we see some graves. Cool, we knew that, but what's so special? Oh shit! Just casually dropping hints to the ending of Blood of the Dead, you know, years before it's out, and no one even notices it till 2020 or some shit. Well, you know, since we're on the topic of emotion, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a 7-hour breakdown on this. Now, there are tons of subtle shit in zombies, and you can argue that the average player will never even actually experience all of that because of the difficulty curve and the inconvenience. Can't just have ciphers that the average player would never solve and get praised for that.
Games are far too kind of soft about the way they bring people in and look after you and care for you and, oh, let me give you 10 more lives. Fuck that.
Let's teach you the basics. This is a zombie.
Listen, you son of a bitch. What the fuck?
I think we can all agree that the people who solve these ciphers for us are the true Giga Chads in this community.
So what's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Dalek JD, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the very first cipher to be solved on Setsubo no Shiman. You'll notice this screen with a little cheeky cipher on it.
We are here to talk about you, Mason. What did you do with the big Chungus? We already know you are the sussy imposter. How do I know that? Because I saw you vent.
Now, what I just described to you about the roses is just the tip of the iceberg for subtlety in relation to emotional text. The real meat lies within games like Ocarina of Time off the top of my head. Now, disclaimer, you know, huge fucking spoilers for these games about to roll up all in your shit, so, you know, skip the whole last chapter or story. Now, I'm only gonna dip into this slightly, but imagine yourself as a young boy getting brought into a sanctuary of sorts as a kid by your mortally wounded mother during a war and being ostracized by the natives as you're growing up, till one day you're summoned by a navigator to face the protector in charge of sorts. The dying protector giving you a mission to test you, with you ending up meeting the Princess of Destiny, who lets you know of a plan that would save the kingdom you're living in from a great calamity that she's foreseen in a prophetic dream, not knowing that this plan will be a massive bro moment in the near future. Now, after you shatter the fabric of space and time itself, the massive bro moment unfolds itself, and you're the only one who can undo it in any feasible way. Your entire childhood is stolen away from you as you're sealed away for more than 7 years, till you're old enough to wield the weapon that can banish the bro moment incarnate. In this shell of a former world, you awaken and learn that your best friend is essentially dead, your family is essentially dead, and as a sprinkled in little bonus to add and all that good stuff, your entire childhood was a lie, ladies and gentlemen. Now, after you defeat the bro moment incarnate, you'd think you have a bittersweet ending with you restoring the kingdom along with the Princess of Destiny, right?
Well, see, the thing is, this game may be really for everyone over the age of 10, but shit, if something's alive, then this is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Instead of carrying on as a hero and rebuilding the kingdom, nah. The Princess of Destiny yeets your ass back in time to your childhood, and all your efforts go unsung, forgotten as if it never happened. Now, the game teaches you that if you're not a native to the forest that you grew up in, and if you're to get lost in the aptly named Lost Woods, you will inevitably turn into a monster given enough time. Now, after you return to your childhood with all the innocence forcibly removed, you go in search of your now lost navigator, which without you can't successfully go through the Lost Woods and into the Kokiri Forest, the place which you grew up in. In your search, you're led into a false reality by someone who does a bit of trolling, and after you save this cursed reality, you return to the kingdom and give up on your search of your navigator, your only hope of returning to your childhood home. You end up marrying the redhead ranch girl, you know, presumably have a family. It all seems said and done, right? Except the title of the video is some top 10 bittersweet endings, but like, you know, more bitter than sweet, but like still kind of sweet. Nah, you give your family the good old, hey, I'm just gonna pop over to the store and get some cigarettes, I'll be back, don't worry. But of course, we do a bit of trolling, so you abandon them and resume your search of your navigator in sheer desperation, only to end up getting lost in the woods and completing your transformation into a Stalfos monster. Now, you might think that it cannot get worse than this, being forced to undo others' wrongdoings, costing you your innocence in childhood, only to be forgotten for who you even are, losing your childhood once again, and to top it all off, becoming a monster yourself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here for two things. I'm here to reach you about your car's extended warranty, and I'm here to tell you that it gets even worse, lads. In the practical sequel to Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, you play as a spiritual descendant of Link, to put it in a simple way. And as this descendant, you're taught essential skills by this monster, which, if not for him, you would be quite fucked, to say the least. Now, playing this game, it did not click in my head whatsoever what this meant. In fact, all of what I told you is in the subtext of the game, so it's not even told to you. So when I saw this monster called the Hero's Shade teaching me essential skills to defeat the Brawl Moment Incarnate, I was quite chill, honestly relaxed actually. But after finishing the game, my friend sent me this excerpt from the Hyrule Historia. Now, everyone's gangster till he pulls out the Legend of Zelda encyclopedia. Now, he didn't tell me what to look for, nah. The motherfucker sent me the whole pages, right? He lured me into having a panic attack, essentially, because towards the end of page 118, it says here that the hero of time, ever since returning to his childhood, has lamented the fact that he was not remembered as a hero. This is the reason he passes down the proof of courage and his techniques to the Link of this era. You know, I think I was having a pretty lax day actually, and as soon as everything clicked in my mind, each and every single neuron in my brain went, oh shit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are people out there who actually completely disclaim this and chalk it up to, it wasn't even the same Link, someone else, my gut, even with all the facts there actually. But what I can tell you is that this age rating is a fucking lie. This game will give you long-lasting trauma. It's not even funny. Like, what the was Nintendo? Emotional shit in video games proves to me time and time again that it's one of the most effective, if not the best way of making a story stick. There's quite a bit of subjectivity involved as well. Relating to zombies, one might remember it for its fun gameplay, but personally, I remember it for shit like this and this. And especially this, I think we can agree, is the most emotional moment in the history of art itself.
It's...
You might have played a game or read a book or watched a movie in which something emotional happens, and you very well could have made this exact face IRL, while another person would have reacted completely different. However, the people who've played Nier Automata, I played this game in the most non-immersive way possible, essentially at 4 PM on a sunny Friday afternoon with the washing machine running in the background. And when I came to this bit about Pascal and the choices you have to make, as well as the aftermath of one of the choices that I'd actually picked myself, I paused the game and deliberately took a long break, and I don't do that often, bro, believe me. Now, I see all you talk to tone cutscene enjoys out there, you know, the is this playable type beat thing. I get that, but I'm more of a Blood of the Dead cutscene enjoyer myself. And if you tell me that you don't cry buckets of gamer chat tears just thinking, not even watching, but like just thinking about this scene right here, then
lo siento muchísimo, no tengo tiempo para explicaciones. Tengo un universo.
Estaba entero piola echándome un pajuelín en la casa de mi polola y de repente moqueo y desintegro la muralla.